Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, back at it again with her. Today we're doing a CV axle. We're going to get that replaced and hopefully get rid of a crunchy crunch noise every time I drive, because it's getting a little bad. And I've looked at it. I've looked at the joint itself. The boot right here is literally all the way around ripped in half. I believe on this side it's the same. Whatever is actually in here, I'm not sure it's grease anymore. I'm pretty sure it's a mix of sand and water, and it has destroyed that shaft. So let's go ahead and knock off the car and go ahead and start doing the next steps. So I gotta grab my socket, stick her on there, and we gotta plug in my dang impact here. Yes, I have to plug my impact in. It's perfectly fine. It does the same thing as your guys' cordless ones. Probably better. Gotta be honest with you, that's the first time I've taken this wheel off the entire time of owning this car. So, I would not be surprised if one of these lug nuts get a little stuck. I also got to be careful though, because this car wants to try and throw the wheel sometimes. There we go. Now we've got all the lug nuts broke loose. I'm going to get her jacked up. Alrighty, there we go. We've got the car jacked up and in the air. Let's go ahead and finish knocking this wheel off real quick. Doing this all one-handed. I've never done that before. To be honest with you, these nuts, or lug nuts, have a weird design to them. They've got like a weird washer on them and all that. I've never seen it before. But I know putting them on, you've got to be pretty specifically getting the tires super lined up. Otherwise, they get stuck on the outside of the rim, like the nut will catch on the side of the rim weirdly like this, and it's kind of weird. And it's not because it was sideways, okay. It's because I simply just didn't have the tire perfectly centered on the studs. Okay, so maybe that one was a little tighter than the rest. Now we grab our lug nuts and we put them up here in a safe spot without cracking the window. Oh, look at that, driver airbag. Now we break that free. I like to typically give them a little mule kick. Here we are. Wheel off. Now my next step should be to take this caliper off. And then I also need to probably take the strut off. That should allow me to drop the front suspension out. Hopefully I don't rip off this brake line. I shouldn't. I should be able to tuck it somewhere and not have to worry about it. Probably zip tie it to the strut up here somewhere. That's where that goes. Okay, that goes on the back. I didn't know that. But even at that, my other stud on the front, on the brand new strut, just right off. Anyways, let's see. Should probably go ahead and find my ratchet or wrench for that, which I might have back here. See, I doubt it's a 17, but it might be. Oh, would you look at that? It's not. Is it a 16? I'm gonna try and break it free with the 17 real quick. Alrighty, there we are. I got them broke free, as y'all can see, hopefully. I'm probably gonna have to also take this mounting bracket off. So why I'm taking these caliper pin bolts out, or the side pin bolts, I have no idea. But you know what? What's one extra step? We're already here. Allows me to look at things, I guess, if I want to. So yeah, just go ahead and finish ripping this out. Obviously, I don't want to get that pin all dirty. Jesus, that was in there. Probably have to clean that up and re-grease that. But for now, we carefully set her up on the hood and put as little grease up on the hood as possible. There we are. Spinning our way free. Whee! I've never, ever... I don't even know what I was going to say. I'll put that one there. And then I should be able to pry this off here somehow. I need both hands for that. So there we go. Got the pads out of the way. Got the caliper up here. It's not zip tied, but honestly that's pretty stable. So that might hold. Probably not. I'll probably have to zip tie that up there in a minute. But now I can move on to these back bolts. Hopefully they're the same size. As it would turn out, they are. Let's see. Okay, not with one arm, I'm not. Alrighty, got those two bolts out, which got me my caliper bracket out of the way. I'm not sure you actually have to do this step, it just probably makes it a whole lot easier. Not having to tow around this extra, you know, what is that, 10, 15 pounds of weight when you break this all free. Because when you break this free, this, you know, wants to obviously lean out towards you, and it can be a little extra weight. Whereas if you have it all off, you can just kind of drop it down, let it sit, and then when you go to put it on, it's much lighter, easier to move. But we'll see. I think I did that with the other side. I pulled this rotor off and the brake pads and the caliper and all that, and it seemed like it was a fairly easy job once I actually got it broke free from the back there, which I'll have to try and figure out how this one holds on. Actually, I don't feel a rip in the boot back there, but here is the boot that I showed, or I was talking about earlier, and look at all that gritty stuff in there. Like, that is just disgusting. I'll get a scoop of this later and let you guys see it up close. But gotta break these free, and then I gotta figure out something to do with my caliper so I don't break it off. I'll probably just get a zip tie and zip tie it up here on this top spring. I don't think that should be going anywhere. And then yeah, we can get this moving. I think I just changed my camera angle. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, there we go. Much wider, so you guys actually get to see more stuff instead of, you know, like this. So, alright, well, I'm gonna go get the tools for this and get this broke free and that zip tied up to that top spring up there. Alrighty, I got the cutter pin out of here, the nut and washer off. Make sure you get that washer out because you may need that again later. And then I got both pins out of here. Careful doing what I'm doing, sticking your fingers in these holes, because this is just probably held on by rust. And at any moment it could probably go ka-ching, and if I had my finger in there, it might snap it off. But it also might not, because there might not be any tension on it like mine. So yeah, I gotta find a way to get this freaking thing out of here, and dang it, just one little wiggle at a time, I guess. Let's see here. Can I use the open end of this box wrench in there? Oh, try not to break this. You kind of need that, unless you're replacing it, I guess. And then go for it. Let's see. What about my ratchet handle? I could just get a pry bar, I know. Or I could use some nail nose pliers that I got for free. Oh yeah. Now I just gotta get a hammer and smack this back out the other side and call it good. Hey guys, it's been a long time. By a long time, I mean a long time working on this car. I spent probably 3-4 hours yesterday trying to bang out the dang CV axle, and it would not come out. I had to go down to AutoZone and get some specialty tools, basically a really wide pickle fork, and then there's like basically the same thing, but it goes onto the slide hammer, which is that tool right there, and the handle, you know, slides back and forth on it and allows you to slide hammer things, and it was supposed to pull it out, but that one didn't work. It was actually the really wide pickle forks that worked. I'd stacked them back there and made them pop it out. It's the next day, and I finally got it out, and I put the other one in already. because I didn't have my phone on me, and I was just like, I just want to get it in. It is sitting in there. All I got to do now is finish putting everything else back on. I've got these bolts loosely mounted up in there. Otherwise, I got to put the never mind the voice crack. I got to put the caliper thing on here. The caliper bracket. Got to put the caliper back on, put the brake pads back in, and tighten the axle nut down to spec, which I got to figure out what that is. And when I figure it out, I'll let you guys know in the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 17s wherever they're at. They're probably under here somewhere. I've got so many tools under there from where I just got done with it yesterday, and just was like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll just put it under there. See, there's a 17, there's a 3/4, I'm sure. There's another 17 down here somewhere. But for now, this 117 should do as long as I turn the head of this nut the correct way, or this bolt. There we go. Smack that back down in its hole. And then, yeah, just kind of twist it down on there. I'm going to get these tightened up. There we go. Got these two bolts tightened up now. Now I think it's time to move on to getting this, there we go, lined back up with the bolts that it's supposed to. I'm sure it'll pull itself on there once I get the bolts going. Get that bracket from over here. Get that over here. Hop up on top of the car. Grab those bolts. Why are these ones not nearly as hot as the other bolts? I don't know. I'm not complaining too much. Now, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to try and do this. I'm gonna need both hands. What am I thinking? It goes this way. I'm stupid. Alrighty, yep. Gotta get this put on there. I'm gonna need both hands, so. Alrighty. Get these tightened down real quickie. And there we are. All tightened down. Make sure it's good and tight. There we go. Those are good and tight. Good old German torque specs. Let's see. Grab this one and grab this one. I don't know. Probably shouldn't be working in the dirt, but that's what I got for now. There we are. Put that in there. Put that down in there. And then this one up here. Bam. Bam. There's that. I'm getting me old pads from up here. Why is everything so dang hot? God dang, those are hot. Anyway, wedge that over that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but kind of wedge that through there. Get that set up in here. Oh no, I didn't get it quite right over here. Nope. Alright, now we got the rotor on. You guys didn't tell me to put the rotor on. I almost forgot it. Got the rotor on. Got the brake caliper mount on. Got the brake caliper on. Got the brake pads in. Obviously, I got that bolt down there. Don't forget, you know, your hardware back there. This one, this one, this one, and this one. You want to make sure your brakes are on there pretty dang good. So now, we come over here. We grab our washer and our nut. And put your washer on. Then you put your nut on. Gotta make sure you get it on there right. I may have curled the thread. Nope, I didn't curl the thread a little bit. Okay, I thought I did. Run that down on there. You make sure your car is in park. Mine's in neutral from where I was messing with the shaft. From where I pulled the handbrake. So slam that thing up into park. Turn her off so she stops screaming at me. I'm gonna leave the door open so hopefully it airs out a little bit. Then we come down here, flip it to tighty, and give that a couple good twists. And let me figure out what the torque spec actually is for that real quick. Alright, so as it would turn out, The torque spec for the axle nut is 166 according to all my research. My torque wrench broke, so I just kind of took it to whatever my impact would. My impact is rated for 160, so I just gave it 1 or 2 ugg-dugs, made sure. Then I took her out for a test drive, and she felt fairly solid. My tires, though, are shot. Yeah, they're split and cracked and dry rotted everywhere. I mean, there's not supposed to be literal lines in your tires like that. So, obviously, that's my problem now when driving it, is these tires are always flat. So, I mean, I got to get new tires for it, but I still got parts I got to put on the car to even make it roadworthy. So, after I get those parts put on, and I feel as though she's pretty well ready for me to, you know, take her on her actual maiden voyage, like into town or something, then I will get her new tires, because I don't want to put, you know, $400 or $500 into tires just to realize they're going to sit there and do the same thing these ones did. But I would say that is a job well done again with her. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please do remember to leave a like, maybe even subscribe, and hopefully make some more content on this bad boy. See you guys in the next one. Peace.